Hello everyone. I have a double page layout for you today. I'm going to be using the Wildflower Birthday Celebration papers. This paper is on the last chance section. You can get either just the paper pack or you can get the paper pack and sticker sheet, which is what I have. But I have cut into this and used a lot of it, but it has some gorgeous papers. This is the only piece I have of that left. But we have some birthday cakes and some striped paper and some pretty leaves and flowers. And you can see all the gold foiling in there. I love the gold foil that they put on a lot of their papers. This pink is the back side of that. Then you get 2 sheets of cut aparts. And on the back side is this orange. And then you have the sticker sheet. And it has some great stickers on it. I've already used a lot of them. But in the photos I'm going to be scrapbooking today are of my little granddaughter's 2nd birthday party. This was her first birthday party with her little friends. There's her cake. Here's some of the decorations. And my daughter-in-law Avery made all of this. She's very creative and very talented. And they made Fallon an ice cream parlor. And she had a great time. They had bounce house. Here she is in the little bounce house. And there's her little door decoration. So let's get this cleaned up and we will get started. All right, we're going to start on a white base. So we'll bring in a couple sheets of white cardstock. And I really want to use this paper with the cakes. So I am going to be following a sketch. The sketch is, here's the sketch. It has room for lots of photos. This sketch was put out by one of my uplines, Cindy Jackson. And she makes some gorgeous sketch. And I love this one when I saw it because I knew I had lots of pictures from this birthday party that I wanted to get down on paper. All right, I'm going to bring my pictures back in and let's go ahead and lay them out how they're meant to be. And we're going to look up, looks like we've got several strips of paper here. So we want to be sure and find something that will help these photos stand out. So I was going here. We'll put our 2 large photos here. Actually, let's separate these 2. And I'm going to put this one here. That way we can separate the people, one with people in it. And then for the right side, we're going to do, I have some going down the side here. Whoop. We have our decoration ones here. And then we will spread our small photos out here. All right. Now it does call for a 3rd photo here, but I didn't have another photo that was much different, but I have a big title that so I'm going to use this for part of the title here. And we may even still have some room for some journaling. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure out where we want to put our journaling. But there's our layout for our photos. So I really like this. I would like to incorporate this somehow. And I do have this pink here. This may look good straight across the bottom. And we'll mat these little photos to help them stand out. And then we have another strip coming up from that. So we could get this under here. And then I have this very sparkly pink. Every little girl needs some bling, right? So I'm thinking that we can put this right across here. I'll probably make just a small strip because if you'll notice this paper right here kind of blends to the white here. So I think I'm gonna do a small strip here, and then we'll put a little small strip behind the photos just to help that stand out just a little bit more. Or we might could edge distress. We'll see what we need to do there. But let me cut these down. All right, we have our papers cut and adhered down. I have not attached my photos yet. We're gonna get another mat. These are blending in way too much with that white. So I have a few colors. This is Bubble Bath. And I'm not sure if that's too much pink. I do like that. It looks good with those cakes. Let's try, the color here in the cake stand is Blueberry Bushel. So let's see what we like with the, I really don't like that. I think that doesn't match their clothes as well. It does look nice with this paper, but I don't like it with their clothes. The last one I have here is Pool Party. And I do believe I like that. It matches well with their clothes. It just brings out the subtleness of the Pool Party in the paper and adds us a little contrast color. So let's go ahead and cut down some mats in Pool Party. And I have those here. I did use the dark side of Pool Party. So we're going to just put each of these on a mat. And I did cut one mat for this one over here. I think I'm going to mat them together on one 4x6 mat. And then for these smaller pictures, I don't want to overwhelm the page with the Pool Party color. So I think I'm going to just give these a little edge distress. I edge distressed a scrap paper here. I have Secret Sea on this end, and I have Strawberry Slush on this end. So I was just going to kind of see which one helped us to stand out a little better. And I believe I like the Secret Sea the best. It just gives it a little more defining line and helps it stand off of that paper. So let's get these inked up in Secret Sea. All right, I got those inked up in Secret Sea, and then I went ahead and tacked these down. They are tacked down loosely in case we want to move them around a little, depending on where our embellishments want to go. But for our embellishments, like I do have this cut apart sheet, and then this was from the sticker sheet, or from the punch out sheet that came with the set. So let's just dump these out here and see what we have. There's a little cupcake. Let's see. A cupcake. There's several flowers. Oh, it looks like we have several cupcakes too. A little banner. This might be cute up above this. I'm not sure. I have saved this area for my title. So let's see what all. Here are some balloons. I like the balloons. If we can fit them in. Let me put them down here. I'm going to do a subtitle down here. Let's see what that looks like there. And we have some flowers. All right. Our pictures are all fairly large, so we may not need too awful many embellishments. I may go and get my title. Let me go and get my title cut out so that we can see where it's going to go and see how much room we're going to have left. Okay, for my title, if you'll notice, this was an ice cream party, and the titles on, they have some nice titles on the sticker sheet, but I wanted something that reflected more the ice cream party theme. So I turned to my Cricut and I designed a title with print and cut. I wanted a more ice cream themed title, so I used the title "Here's the Scoop," and then for my subtitle I put "I'm 2." So I think down in this corner down here we're going to use this for our little subtitle area, and I'm going to place that there. And then we're going to make this word a little anchor for our balloons. So I think that's going to be our title right there. All right, so I like these big flowers over here. And I think for right up here, we have some little tags. I really like this tag here with the pink flowers. And possibly this one with all the colors. I'm not sure. Yeah, I like that. Our cakes have a little bit of orange, so we won't be introducing new colors. I think I'm going to cut out these 2 tags and maybe place up here. And then I have this little sticker here that will stick, and I'm going to put the date on that. All right, I'm just going to place these right up here. Let's see, there's not much room left up there. So maybe we'll just go with 1. We'll have this tag. And then we have our little sticker that we can put out beside. I believe that's too big too. All right, I think those are just too big for up there. I think I will go ahead and I'll have to cut this down a little bit, but this section right here fits perfect right there. So I think we'll go with that little section right there. So let me find my scissors, and we're just going to snip here and here. And I believe that will fit perfect right above that little picture. So we're going to go with that. We're going to pop the balloons up. I have my Stampin Dimensionals here. I'm just going to put several around the back here. Leave it there. My pictures are moving around a little. I didn't have them tacked down very hard, so we'll put a little more tacky behind those as well. There are balloons down here. This is just going to pop it up. It's going to add a little 3D dimension, make them stand off the page a little. Something to give the page a little more interest. So we're going to put those about right there. All right, and then for our words, I'm going to straighten this back up so it looks straight on the page. I think we're going to add these right underneath the balloon strings. That'll kind of give the balloon something to tie into down here. And then get our number right next to there. All right. I really would like my little number 2 to have just a little bit of sparkle. And I have the Wink of Stella. And this is just a little, it has a fluid inside that has a shimmery sparkle to it. So I'm going to pull out one of my blocks here. And I probably should have done this before I stuck it down, but we're going to try not to make a mess on it here. But we're going to squeeze just a little. There it comes. We'll squeeze just a little bit on our block there. And then you just take it and you just paint it across what you want to sparkle. So we're going to paint all along our number 2. There we go. So when that dries back, looks like I got a little ink on it. I'm not sure how that happened. I may have to reprint another one. But that will dry back and leave a little sparkle behind. All right, for our finishing touches, this little sticker, I think I'm going to add it right here. And then we're going to write her birth date on there. And I also have these little gems. They're the frosted iridescent dots. I believe these came with the Light and Wonder suite. I will look them up, and everything I use that's available I will leave listed below. And I will remind you that the Wildflower Birthday paper is on the last chance section right now. And it does have some dies that go with it. When I was looking earlier, I couldn't find the stamp set, so I'm not sure if it's already sold out. But I did see the die set still on there. It is also on the last chance section. You can get the paper as just the paper, or you can get the paper and sticker sheet that I have. So let's go ahead and put just a few of these little dots around, just to add a little more bling. All right, I think we'll add one right up here. Maybe a couple around up here. Maybe not. Maybe just the 2 title sections. I like that. I don't want to get so much on the page that it overwhelms the page. I also want to let you know that Stampin' Up! Now has a product of the month. Each month they're going to be highlighting a new product that once you reach a order of $75 or more, you can add the product of the month for just $5. And this week it is a beautiful blue paper set. And it will be different each month. There's that glitter right there. All right. Thank you so much for watching my video today. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you'd give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. That helps me out on YouTube. And thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you again next time.